I don't have any specific plans. Got a lot of ideas. I got a lot of things in my head. I'm gonna have dinner on a school night with my family, who I have heard from multiple sources are lovely people. I don't think I'm gonna miss being on television every day. I'm gonna miss coming here every day. And this is where I love the people here. They're the best. They're creative and collaborative and kind, and that's alliterative, but it's cheating because it's a K, but you understand what I'm saying. I love them and respect them so much. We love you, yeah! Anyway.
Satirist Jon Stewart announcing his decision to leave The Daily Show after 16 memorable years. You're watching CNN and this is Connect the World with me, Lynda Kinkade. Welcome back. Not only did Jon Stewart help launch the whole news parody genre, he also helped launch the careers of some huge names in comedy. Let's take a closer look at the impact he's made. Our senior media correspondent, Brian Stelter, joins us now from New York.
Hi there.
Hi, Brian. Now, obviously quite a shock to hear Jon Stewart is leaving The Daily Show, and although he admitted he was no journalist, he was a very important news source for young people and did his best to hold the government, the US government, accountable. What do you think will be his legacy?
He definitely has served an accountability function, both for politicians and for the press. You know, a lot of jokes were made at CNN's expense over the years, a lot more jokes at Fox News' expense over the years, but some of them were deserved. And I think comedians like Jon Stewart were and are able to touch on media issues and political issues in ways, frankly, that traditional news anchors and other talking heads cannot. He was really able to pioneer that. For example, we see on TV sometimes mashups of a bunch of videos showing a politician flip-flopping or changing their mind, or people on TV saying ridiculous things. Well, Jon Stewart helped to pioneer that idea. He has a whole team of people recording videos, watching videos all day, every day, researching and excavating videos. So he was able to come up with those kind of new forms of storytelling and new ways to take punches and swings and cracks at people. Of course, he's not without his detractors. Stewart leans to the left. He's not a favorite of some conservatives. And of course, there's some in cable news who cringe when they see him and think he takes some unfair shots, some cheap shots at television news. But I think he has really been a pioneer. And like you said, what he has started, many others are continuing. People like John Oliver and Larry Wilmore.
And obviously he spoke about wanting to spend more time with his family, but why now? Why do you think he's leaving?
Well, there's been speculation for years that maybe he's ready to hang it up. I was actually surprised when he renewed his contract in his most recent contract window. Now his deal's up in September, and he says he'll leave sometime between July and December. They're still working it out. I think it's probably a simple matter of tiredness, of exhaustion. You know, he's been doing this show for more than 15 years, and it takes a lot out of him. In addition, you can imagine there's a lot of other opportunities for him. He directed his first feature film recently, Rosewater. You could also see him in a more serious role, perhaps. I think he would make a great essayist on television or online somewhere. Yeah, maybe he'll even make his own YouTube channel. There's a lot of opportunities for someone as famous and as appealing as Jon Stewart.
That, of course, Brian, is the big question. What will he do next? Now, let's take a look at an interview he did with Christiane Amanpour. When she put to Jon Stewart, what will he do, when she interviewed him last year?
In my mind, this is all chicken. I'm just making chicken. Sometimes I make a cutlet, sometimes I make a nice teriyaki, sometimes I just grind it up and feed it to baby birds. And but it's still chicken.
And do you think this chicken might decide to be a regular news anchor? I mean, a lot of
regular news? No.
Yeah, regular news.
Like yourself, like a real journalist.
Like myself.
I would say no. I would
like
say
a Meet the Press.
No.
No.
I would say no.
Like,
that I don't believe is in danger of happening.
No.
Yeah. That I can pretty confidently state that I will not have my own room of situations. That's just a name I came up with. A room of situations.
It's a good name.
Yeah. So he doesn't want to host his own media type show. Do you think he could potentially enter politics?
I've always thought he should be the president of a news network, you know, and actually experience what it's like to try to put on 24 hours of news a day. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'd be surprised by the political route. You know, he sometimes seems very angry, very fed up with Washington, and very fed up with the political culture. I'd be surprised to see him try to step inside it. I think he's more interesting and more valuable, frankly, on the outside as someone looking in and trying to figure it all out for people. But he is a guy that has surprised us over the years. He's evolved over the years. He's frankly gotten more serious over the years. And that's one of the reasons why so many young people say they actually learn the news from him. People soak up the news like a sponge when they watch Jon Stewart. Now, they might be getting one version of the truth, but they are getting information that's useful and valuable. So he has evolved over the years, and even though he won't be on every day, I don't think, on television, I think we'll see him somewhere on television in the future.
So, of course, he's left big shoes to fill. Who do you think will take that spot?
There's so many names already be bandied about. People like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, who already have, very busy careers. You can imagine a lot of Daily Show correspondents like Jessica Williams who would be interested in the position. They have a whole stable of those correspondents. And in the past, Comedy Central has promoted from within, like Stephen Colbert, who recently left to go over to CBS's Late Show, replacing David Letterman. Most recently, they took the senior black correspondent of The Daily Show, Larry Wilmore, and gave him his own show, replacing Colbert, right after The Daily Show. I wonder if they'll do the same thing here. Try to groom from within and take the long view. In television, sometimes, you got to think years ahead, even though there's overnight ratings that stress everybody out. Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert took years to develop themselves and really become the stars they are today. Comedy Central might have to have some patience in this case as well, grooming his successor.
Brian Stelter, as always, great to talk to you. Thank you.
You too. Thanks.